Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome to a brand new campaign in the Riftbreaker. Now, if you didn't already know, the Riftbreaker is a base-building survival game where you take control of a mech and exploit a planet's resources, all the while defending yourself against the ravenous natives that will relentlessly attack your machines and infrastructure. This is a sponsored video in celebration of the latest DLC that's arriving today. It's called Into the Dark, where you venture beneath the surface of Galatea 37 for all new story missions that reveal more about our protagonist Ashley, new mechanics, creatures, terrain, all feeding into new technologies for you to research. The DLC, along with this free update, releases today. The game's also going to be 40% off for the first 24 hours starting on May 29th, so make sure you go grab the game. It really is excellent. I know what you might think, hey, you're sponsored, but when I reviewed the game a year ago on my other channel, I highly recommended it, so I'm very thankful for that sponsorship, which has allowed me to revisit the game and play it here. Now, as the DLC is a little further into the game, we're going to be starting a brand new campaign on the latest patch, and after a few hours should unlock these new areas. It's worth mentioning that if you've already got a save where you've completed the story, you can just access the DLC in the new biome immediately. I'm going to be treating this playthrough as a let's play, and I'll try to make it beginner friendly to explain what's going on, but it really is going to be up to you guys whether or not it gets continued. So if you want to see more, please do leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment about everything I'm going to be doing wrong. Let's begin. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have landed on Galatea 37. Now, as this is a brand new story campaign, we've actually got a lot of, dialogue here at the beginning, and it's all fully voiced, which is great. So we've got the mech suit itself, which is called Mr. Riggs, and then Ashley, who's the pilot inside of it. And they kind of go back and forth, giving each other exposition, objectives, things like that, but also some lore of the wider world and why we're here and what's going on with various corporations and stuff. I've actually just turned off all the voice, just because obviously it can be a bit distracting if you try and do a let's play. So what I'm going to do really quickly here is just zoom in on the radar, have a look around for some initial deposits. So I'm just going to run around, kind of scout out the area a little bit before we actually commit to anything. Then I can go over some of the UI that's going on as well. So in the top right, we have our power. So currently there's 0 power happening at the moment. We don't have any power buildings. And then we've got 2 different deposits here, or resources, sorry. Carbonium and ironium. So carbon and iron, basically. And what I'm doing is I'm just scouting out the radar here to see if I can find another blue deposit. I need another carbonium deposit before I can get started. And I'm in a little bit of a hurry just because I'm playing on hard, and I've never done that before, so I don't know if I'm just going to get attacked really early on. Alright, so I found another deposit here. It's 50,000 ore on it. Oh, brilliant. Another one right there. So this is a good spot, actually. And there's a lot of cliffs and walls and rocks here that are creating nice natural boundaries. So, yep, we'll start maybe just right around here, I think, to put down our first headquarters building. So what we'll have to do is just go over and actually manually mine it. And I'll go through the UI. So in the top right, that's our resource bar. Bottom right, we've got the radar, what day it is, the time, power for solar and wind. So they're both at 100% generation right now. We've got the weapons on the bottom left, and then all of our consumables. So at the moment, I can consume and use health. I can put down a mine. Got my regular health bar here, and then my shield. And then I've got a cooldown of 3 seconds, or 2 seconds rather, for doing a dash like this. And we're going to get loads more stuff later on. I've got a sword in one hand, which we can use to chop away all this vegetation, which gives me plant biomass, which we can use later on. And then I've got a small machine gun, which does as you'd expect. We can also switch that weapon into something else. And I can do this with just hotkeys, so Q and E on keyboard. You can play this game on controller as well. It's fully compatible with controllers. And it's usually pretty good that way, because, I don't know, when you're playing twin stick shooter type games, it can be obviously satisfying to have sticks, but it's pretty good on mouse and keyboard as well. And I think it at least lets you see what I'm doing when I'm aiming at certain things. Alright, so let's get cracking. This actually looks like a really good area. We've pulled up enough material to get our first headquarters, so we have to just put that down first. So we're going to get a bunch of objectives up in the top left that will kind of guide us as we play. And I just want to give this building a little bit of room, decent room, somewhere there. Don't think you can actually move your headquarters, but you can move every other building. Alright, and let's just keep farming some of this carbonium now. This is basically a factory automation game, but it's a little lighter than a deep factory game because it's so much heavier on the action combat and all the different weapons, technologies, and things like that. So ultimately the goal is going to be to get a bunch of miners up and running, automate the extraction process of this, the refinement of it, and the same goes for then trying to get ammunition, defensive towers, that sort of thing. We want everything to be automated at a certain point. So this little headquarters here will actually allow me to get healed as well if we're ever low on health. And let's just get started with building a carbonium factory. So open up my build menu. First category is kind of special building. Second category is obviously power generation. Third is going to be resource management and stuff like that, defenses, cosmetics, and then certain other actions and hotkeys like upgrading, selling, that sort of thing. So we'll just do what it's telling me to right now, which is just put down one simple little miner right here. I'll just keep mining myself for the moment. We have a capacity storage limit of 350. I'm just going to pull up a little bit myself before I put down more. This isn't going to be powered. We're obviously going to have to throw down solar power, wind power, that kind of thing. And then based on weather and certain other fluctuations, that can be more powerful or less powerful. So you don't want to focus on one or the other. You want to kind of have a combination of both. All right, so this stuff is probably going to move in the future, so no big deal. We can just slam down a few wind turbines. Where should we put them? Maybe just a couple here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll do the same for solar. So we'll just let those get built. And then we'll have to hook them up with like little power cables, basically. Yeah, so supply our base with energy is the current thing. Connect to all buildings using energy connectors. But before we do that, I just want to also get solar, although it's less important now because it is nighttime. So yeah, I'll wait to do that actually then. All right, so energy connectors. So again, it's just like little, it's basically little power lines in the ground. Okay, that's pretty much it. Easy peasy. No problem. Prepare for an incoming attack in 7 minutes. All right. So yeah, I've never played on hard before. I've never even tried it. I was doing pretty good at normal, so I feel like I can handle it, but we'll see. Okay, so that's the beginning of power. So once power starts to come up, there we go. We're 48 over 20. So even just our one miner is taking 20 right now. Now, if I press B on the hotkey, we can click a building and just replicate it, which is really handy little hotkey to use. So we'll put 2 miners down on that, or 2 carbonium mines. It wants me to build 6 sentinel towers. So we want to get as much carbonium as possible, and there's really no limit to the amount of these that we have. So let's just get a bunch more of them. I'm just out of material all the time though. So I guess we'll just have to farm it manually for a little bit. You do pull it up pretty quickly with the mech itself, but obviously you want to be automated all the time. Alright, so let's just get even more power here and here. And then we're going to set up even more mines. So we've chosen a pretty good spot here. There's another carbonium mine right next to me. Looks like there's another one further out there. One over to the right as well. We can open up the map full screen. I might do that in future when I'm trying to show you different things. But it's a pretty big map, and there's loads of different maps as you go around the planet. And they all sort of work in the background seamlessly, which is really awesome. If anyone's watched my Anno series, it's kind of like hopping sessions between the new world and the old world and stuff like that. There is a loading screen between it though, but it works the same way in terms of things are running in the background. Alright, cool. So let's see if I can put another deposit down. There we go. Put one right there. Buildings also link power to each other, which is really nice. So makes it a little easier. How much time do we have left now? 5 minutes. Let's start harvesting some of this as well while we're down here. And as you can tell, the deposits are not infinite. They do run out eventually. I'm just going to keep pulling up material, get 3 more miners down on that side, and then we'll start building defenses, put some defensive towers down, hope for the best. My ammo is not replenishing right now. You have to set up like ammo factories and stuff for that later, so I'm already at a slight disadvantage. We do have a infinite ammo gun though. What is it called? It's called a blaster. And you can just fire that like little blasts, or you can hold it down and then release for one bigger punch. So that's kind of nice too. Alright, let's grab this, give it a little buddy. There you go. Alright, so now that's powered as well. So now we're just going to be trying to gather as much carbonium as possible so we can build all the walls quickly. And we'll just start small. We can always expand these later, and you can sell everything back, I think, too. So we're in a pretty good spot here because there's a nice big cliff wall right next to me, and I don't think anything ever comes over those. They have to kind of, it's like tower defense, right? They have to come through certain areas. I'm just going to cut all of this down, by the way. You can eventually
storage is full.
Oh, there we go.
Construct more storage buildings.
We're full up. Great. You can eventually get cultivators and stuff which actually grow. That's don't worry about that. It's just a comet or an asteroid. They grow the land back. So we'll curl this over to the right now, this wall. Actually, I guess we'll come down a bit further. I don't want to start too big because you can't defend it all, and I don't know where the attack's going to come from. So let's just go to there. I suppose the other deposit is right here, so okay, fine. We'll build way bigger than we should already. Go out this way, cut straight across. Great. Alright, we'll just have to wait and keep getting more material. Now you can actually see on the map, it's going to be quite small for you depending how you're looking at it, but there's tiny dots and things that you can see where your power is going to different things, and it'll color the areas differently on the map, so you can kind of look at, eventually you'll have your whole screen will be taken up by like just power generation and things like that. So you'll have this big blue block, and you're like, okay, that's where my power center is, etc., you know? Alright, so I'm going to build double walls everywhere. And you can go even more than double walls if you want. I don't think there's any limit. But eventually it starts to stop making sense. How much time do we have now? Oh my god, 2.5 minutes. If they're coming from the east, I'm screwed. Just keep drilling. Now we're actually losing power right now. The miners are outweighing the power generation that we're getting. Alright, so there's an area over here between two walls. So this would be a nice little spot to do it. Okay, so that's walled off. And then we'll basically just have to wall off from here. Here to there. Okay, and then there's one tiny gap left here. There's actually a pretty defensible spot, so pretty happy with that. I think the maps are just totally random. Because the one I played on just recently, when I was getting re-familiar with the game, was like really open. Oh, you can actually creep through here. Look at that. Tiny little gap to creep through there. It's good to know. We'll just wall that off as well. Give that a few more walls just in case. Alright, so we've got 1:20 to go. I'm going to have to put down solar power and then some batteries to power this during the night so that our guns can come online. We're going to be doing this down to the wire. In fact, I'll probably wait to see where the attack is coming from, then put the guns down, because I don't know where it's going to come from just yet. Alright, let's do solar. So 8 solar panels should be more than enough. Yeah, looking good. By the way, I might as well show it here, seeing as we're at the beginning of the game. This is the... oh, we can't see it yet. There's a huge tech tree in the game. There's 3 of them. And then there's all the equipment and stuff and the abilities and stuff that we can kind of put on ourselves. There's mod slots for your weapons. There's a ton of stuff in this game. So it's really, really awesome. So I'm hoping that the video does well so we can continue the series and do a few episodes on it. Alright, what's our power generation now? So our surplus is 156. So that's good. And... yeah, I think it's pretty much time to get ready and think about where we want to put down the towers, or the towers. We just got to see where they're going to come in from. Just bear with me. Let's just get rid of some of this. Could start harvesting there as well, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's also a beautiful looking game. It's got full-on ray tracing and everything in it. Alright. Alright, I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position. It looks like our presence has been noticed. Build an armory. Actually, we don't have a lot of defensive structures. No, we don't. We don't have any, in fact. Build an armory. Armory's going to take 150 ironium. Oh, we didn't actually get any ironium in the area that we're in right now. Where are they coming from, though? Do we know? Attack incoming in 30 seconds. Coming from the west. Alright, let's go over there. Put down some defensive towers just immediately. Looks like they'll probably hit this wall. So what we can do is build these. And we'll just put towers in. Oh, I'm out of ironium. Oh my god, I don't have any ironium. Build a little doorway here. We can go grab some. At least we've got... oh, I just realized there's no power here either. Oh my god, Darren, what are you doing?
Base is under attack.
Alright, they're here already. Switching. The guns are firing. We've got power hooked up.
Our storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Get back! I'm out of ammo. All right, these little doggos should be easy to kill. Now the audio actually goes a little quieter sometimes when the voice dialogue stuff comes up, so that's why the audio's kind of gone quiet. I don't know if there's an option to just disable audio, because I've just made it quieter, and I think that it still thinks it's on. Alright, well, defended. The 2 towers stayed up, and we can just repair all of this stuff. I'm just going to get rid of those 2, actually. There's some carbon. You get carbon off the animals you killed and stuff, so you always get a few extra resources if you're ever really, really struggling. We can just go grab a few of those. Actually, we're full up. We're full up anyway. Alright, let's just continue with the objectives. Our goals in this mission are clear, and our survival and security is top priority. Oh yeah, they're kind of debating whether or not you should be killing the animals to do this kind of thing. It's like, well, yes. Alright, so we'll just have to expand the base further and start automating ironium production, but we'll just get... I mean, actually, yeah, let's just do that now. So we'll just extend the base just straight out this way. Just building double walls. And this can go to about here, I think. There we go. It's an ice cream truck outside my house. I don't know if you can hear it. Sorry. So I'll just get rid of that little bit. Don't need that bit there. Alright, cool. So in theory, we don't need this either. Just refund all that. Okay, so the walls have already just expanded just a little bit. So that should be the initial setup kind of done, right? You know, we're just about to get our second resource, and once you've automated those first 2, then you're pretty golden for a little while to go out and explore and just make sure your defenses are good. So I'm just going to grab the energy connectors again. I'll just drag them to down here. And then what we need to do is get an ironium factory. There she is. Alright. A little heavier on energy these things are, I think. We'll get 3 of them down. So that's going to be 20 per second. Oh no, they're both 20 per second actually. Yeah, we've got more than enough power to do that. So what we also want is solid material storage. Somewhere that we can hold more than 350. So let's just, again, just, I don't know, slam a couple of them down here. I don't think they actually need to be powered. And how much are they? They're 100 each. Alright, 2 of them should be enough for a little while to give us some storage. How much does it actually give us? 200. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good amount. Alright, so what's next? Upgrade the headquarters, build an armory. Alright. Let's go grab our 3rd batch of carbonium now. I'll just have to wait for this. Carbonium. There we go. That's Ashley's voice, by the way. You can now hear it. Alright, so that's going to be 6 miners. That'll give us, or sorry, 9. That'll give us 9 per minute, I think. Or per second? I don't even know. It's going up fast anyway. So up to 9. And then power is just rapidly falling now that they've all come online. And we never built, and the sun is setting probably soon. So that's going to cut out our power. So let's get some more wind. And then we'll put some battery storage in so they can last us through the night. So energy storage stores a significant amount of energy, best used with intermittent power sources like solar panels to create an energy buffer. Holds 10,000 each one. Pretty good, actually. Alright, so wind power is back online. We're still using too much, though, actually. I've overbuilt. Now, another cool thing is, do we have the database? So you have the database of what everyone's saying if you ever wanted to go back and listen to it. But yeah, I guess we don't have this just yet. It'll actually tell you about all the animals, their various weaknesses and stuff as well. But we have to get a communications hub, I think, first to get some technologies going. And we can also put down flooring, pave the whole place. But I'm short on carbonium, so let's not do it just yet. Still don't have any ammo yet. We need that armory built. But I'm trying to get my power back in order. Solar is obviously gone offline right now, so little mismanagement for me. This should do it. Whole bunch of wind power. Wind and solar are still at 100%, so it's all good. So you can see the overall surplus there, negative 28, 18, 8, plus 2. So we're gaining a little bit. Now that we're gaining, even during the night, which is good, we'll just put down some storage. And remember, like I said, I'm going to move all these. These will all move to a bigger and better area in the future once we've established what's really around us, because I just don't know. This is just baby's first defense. Get rid of all this crap that's in my base. Alright, how are we doing? It looks like we've got enough for the armory, so let's get cracking on that. So we'll just build it somewhere near the headquarters, not that it matters. Takes a minute to get done. So in that time, I'm just gonna go build some gates so we can get out easier. I don't think they're terribly like less defended or anything, or defensive. Alright, that gives us some ways in and out. Just get rid of some of this crap. Alright, looking good, looking good. So far, no issues, no other wave coming right now. So we have to upgrade the headquarters building as well. I can't remember the hotkey for this. Let me just see what it is. So it's G. Alright. So we need 500 and 500. We're actually nearly there. And then the other thing, you can just click it and then do it this way as well. So it actually tells you the differences, right? So we have a certain amount of AI cores. I didn't actually explain that. So we've got 4 potential AI cores and we've got 2 of them being used. And what an AI core is, it's basically something for guns. Every weapon that you deploy takes 1 AI core. So it's a sort of way of limiting how much defenses you can build. But you can increase it. You just have to build an AI hub, and that gives you 4 more cores. But it costs you energy. So it's a sort of way of saying, like, you need space and energy if you want to have more defenses. So that's kind of how that works. So we can easily get that. Not a big deal. How's our energy, by the way? Energy's coming up now. We've got 41,000 storage, which is good, and we're gaining 142 at this moment. But when the sun comes up in the morning, we'll be gaining a lot more. Alright, so upgrade the headquarters. Let's do it. Yep. This attracts a very strong attack. Easy. It's coming down from the bottom right this time. So I'm just going to actually redeploy these weapons. And I just clicked to repair those. We should reinforce our... Yeah. Okay. Alright, attack coming down from the southeast in 1 minute and 42. Strong attack coming. You can have your power connectors broken as well, which can be really disastrous. So we'll need AI cores if we want to build more than 4 guns, which takes ironium, so I'm just waiting for that number to come up a bit now. Remember to build more power plants before you do that. AI hubs consume a lot of power. They do. Power is trickling down right now, but once the solar comes online, we should be okay. Alright, again, we'll just put it near the storage, why not? And that'll allow us to build more guns. So that's just 4 guns at the moment, and then I'll need the little raised areas if I want to kind of shoot up and over. You can kind of shoot through sometimes, but it's obviously much better if you have these raised things, so we can stand up. Objective finished. Build an AI hub. Strong attack incoming 50 seconds. Upgrade the headquarters building. Alright. It's going to put more power demands on us as well, because each one, of course, takes 5 energy per second as well. Now, why not just buy ourselves more time with extra walls? If we have the carbonium, it doesn't cost us anything, really. We're reinforcing this section a little bit more. Now, in future, obviously we're very early on right now, but in future we're going to have flame towers, rocket towers, artillery towers to hit far away enemies and things like that. Different enemy types will launch things much farther off screen than you can possibly see. And what we can do is also try to kite the enemy a little bit away from our walls by drawing them away. So I'll try that too. Alright. This is the moment. We've got 8 guns. Might be a little lacking, actually, on this side, I think. Just put one there instead. Alright, my machine gun has ammo again, thanks to the armory. It just auto-deploys to your gun, basically, but it can take a while to recharge, and you obviously need ironium to be able to do it. And then in future, if you get more specialized weapons, you have to make specific types of ammo and things like that. Still no sign of them just yet. I can hear them. Oh my god, they're coming in this way. Uh-oh. Alright, let's take a step outside. Down to 44 ammo already. Holy crap, there's a bunch of them there. Alright, let's blast. I'm after getting hit a little bit. The shield will recharge though, shouldn't be too bad. Remember, this is just attack number 2. But we're faring alright just for now. Threat neutralized. Alright, good. This will buy us some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ upgrade. None of the walls got actually completely destroyed either, which is good. Build a communications hub. Absolutely. So this will allow us to get technologies. We have enough storage for it, but we need more ironium. Well, I say, barely able to speak, let's expand the base even further. Just go out this way. So yeah, we can expand the walls pretty much just straight out here. So there's a nice kind of cliff rocky area here yet again. So we'll start maybe here. Actually, we can start further up. That goes all the way up to that one. That's good. Alright, nice. Now, you could keep these walls up if you wanted to, but I'm kind of just want to redistribute the carbonium that we have further out to help us expand. Let's go from here. Alright, good. Looking great. The wind is very slow today. Wind production is falling. You can just see it falling down slowly. Alright, so we have some exits. Now just get rid of all this.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Now I should really check, because on a higher difficulty, we get everything back, right? 20, 50, and 1 AI core. So what does it cost me? 20, 50, and an AI core. Okay, that's okay. So it is full refund. Thank God. Because I was deleting a lot of stuff there, and it just dawned on me, like, wait a second. Just repair those little bits down there. Alright, looking good. Looking good. Thicken that bit of the wall up. And yeah, just deploy this all the way. I think I was running away from them too fast or something because it wasn't really getting repaired. There we go. There's no more enemies, right? Nope. Alright, looking good. Build a communications hub is the next task. But let's just build up this area a little bit while I've got the carbonium on me.
Ironium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
And then we'll look to do more even placement, obviously, of defenses soon. So that I don't have to be here if something goes down. Alright, we're looking good. So let's get this communications hub down. Alright, so again, we'll just stick it somewhere here. We can always move it in the future. Communications hub construction in progress. We can download all the technology blueprints that we need through this building's quantum entanglement template matrix. So I'm going to start putting down the floor as well. That should allow us to get around it a little easier. So maybe we'll start, I don't know, just start there. Alright, so we can walk on the floor a little faster than obviously just on the regular terrain. And I tried to do it in a nice grid because it can go all weird shapes. Not that it doesn't actually matter. It's just a little OCD thing of mine. So we're out of carbonium. So it costs a lot to do it. So I didn't want to do too much at the same time. But we're waiting on the communications hub to get done anyway. A minute to go. These guys are all pumping. We're actually consuming 1 carbonium all the time now. I think it's probably in the armory that's happening. Oh yeah, 1 carbonium per second and 1 ironium. Okay. And then for the... Oh yeah, we can heal here. Forgot about that. We're at level 2 now. Explosive high caliber, low caliber rounds. That's extra storage for all the different weapon types. We could do with having a few more cores maybe as well. Alright, good stuff. These little beetles, you can actually step on them. And it makes a little crunching noise. So that's the other Ironium, should we wish to grab it. Not right now. Alright, we'll just kind of pave a pathway back out to the main base area. So, how are we looking? So this is what we got so far. It's not much, but it's our own little area. We're blessed with that wall to the north. It really helps save on defenses. Alright, building a communications hub is now done, which means we should be able to access technologies. Here we are. So, we've got the basin buildings, the weapons and equipment, and then alien research. So, just to start off, it'll probably tell us what it wants to get, actually, but an orbital scanner is usually pretty good. A detector for cobalt, Sentinel Tower Mark II, ammo storage and tower ammo factory, trap, a fire trap, radar towers, animal biomass power plant. I'm going to go with the radar tower, I think. Add that to research. Weapons, the local scan I really like as well. Dodge rolling, grenades, flare grenades. Interesting. So we can get a spear, a hammer, a power fist, flamethrower, floating mines, grenade launcher, and rocket launchers. And then we need to do alien research, but it's I think it might be gated by story stuff before you can get to that. Alright, so we'll see what they want us to do. 3 minutes, 16 seconds for the first technologies. Alright, looking good. So we'll wait for the radar to come in, and then we can kind of view the area around us a little bit better. What deposits are here. Yeah, so those golden bulbous plant things blow up, obviously. Alright, the factory must grow. Alright, we're out of carbonium again. It does take a lot, putting all the floor down, but it helps a lot. You get around much quicker. Now, the fastest way to get around is actually just to build these rift portals. And it's basically just free teleportation. I don't even think it's limited or anything. The only limit is the radius around it, so you can't put them like on top of each other. But we can put one right there. And if we just, I don't know, run over this way for a moment, we can press M and then just click it. And we'll teleport over to it. And you can do that even outside your base, I think. Well, it'll get destroyed if you put it outside your base, obviously. But it's pretty forgiving that way. And you can usually, I don't know if this difficulty prohibits it, but usually teleport back to where you came from. So if you really need to get around in a hurry, you can do it. Just fine. And you might think, like, at first I was like, oh, that seems really easy, doesn't it? You can just teleport wherever you want to go. And to an extent, yeah, it's like, there's no belts in this game. All the ammo comes straight to you and stuff like that. But the amount of enemies that get thrown at you, trust me, you need to be in multiple places, like, instantly, basically. So that's why I think they allow you to do it. It's obviously designed around that, I guess is what I'm saying. Anyway, place the foundation for a rift station. Yeah, so the rift station is part of the story. And we'll turn on the voice, actually, maybe in the next episode. I'll turn on the voices so we can listen to what's going on. But this is new, actually. Floor... Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. What that's going to do is, it's the kind of big endgame thing that you have to build and power online. It's sort of like in Factorio, I guess, where you need like a rocket. In this game, you need to power on the Rift Station. And that allows you to teleport stuff back to Earth, I guess. But the other thing is, an orbital station allows you to hop around the planet, so we'll need it for that also. Alright, so plan a lot of space around it. So what do we need for it? There it is. 1,000 and 1,000. Now, we can't even store 1,000 right now, so we'll have to buff our storage. So that should do it. Now we have up to 16, or sorry, up to 20 defensive towers. So we can start evenly distributing them, maybe? I suppose at this point it seems like that'd be the reasonable thing to do. Put them near the gates. Meteor, is that gonna...
A new technology has been developed.
I've never seen them
Buildings
hit
are
inside
available
my
for
base.
construction.
I don't know if they can. I'm assuming not, that'd be crazy. But there can be meteor showers that actually do hit you. Alright, so... eventually, I'm so OCD, like I'll want to clean up all the connectors, make them like perfect grid space gaps between them. You can actually kind of do that, actually, if I do this, I think. If you just hold it down, it does it at the max distance. I learned that in the loading screen just recently. Alright, so that gives us a nice line of power. Let's just go straight out this way. Alright, so power is now hooked up to the right wall, and we can put down some more defenses. Oh, we've got radar. Let's just put a radar down here. Oh, look at the size of it. That just shows you the size of our base is tiny. Later on, you'll have like multiple of these on the different corners of your base. Let's just do this one for the moment, just to kind of clear the fog of war immediately around the base. And then we'll start putting down defenses on this side. Oh my god, you can see the enemies actually. There's just clusters of them everywhere. But the right side's clear. Where I've just put all these guns. Alright, so we still have 9 guns. So that should be defenses. Yeah, they're little pink dots all along the right side and the south. So we'll do it on the other, well, the west-south. Alright, that's us pretty much covered. We're not covered on the north, but the wall up here is so tiny, like, I don't really know if we need to be. I guess just 1 gun each. If they ever do attack up from that way, which obviously could potentially happen, I suppose. It'll be perfect choke point just to throw bombs and stuff in there, like, you know. It seems really easy to defend. Because they can't just run through each other. There is collision.
A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for
Alright,
crafting.
so there we go. So let's just put down a few more of those radar towers. So one on this side to give us much more coverage out there. Get rid of this one now. I just wanted to clear up the fog of war for a moment. We'll put one over here. And then one on the bottom. So the one should come online now in a second. There we go. Alright, now we can go outside and start, you know, taking it to them. Once we get our 1,000. So let's just do that. Let's just clear a few enemies, and then we'll come back in. There's also friendlies, or non-hostiles. That's a huge deposit, by the way. Yeah, these guys have a little bit more health than I'm used to. Or my gun is weaker, one or the other. Alright, so that's 2 patches of enemies defeated. You can see the ammo down there just kind of slowly coming back up. Does it in kind of chunks. We don't have any actually. Oh, there's no research selected. My bad, sorry. So we got our radar tower and our radar pulse. Nice. So what we can do next is maybe a shotgun. Do we have one here somewhere? Flamethrower. There is a shotgun in the game, I just don't know where it is. Small machine gun? Not sure. Alright, well let's just get some of these other things. Rocket launcher and that kind of thing. Why not? Yeah, I could have sworn it was like one of the first technologies to get a shotgun. The tech tree has changed a little bit with this new update, so I think there's just a few things in places I'm not familiar. What the hell is that? An orbital laser. Wow. Yeah, maybe we have to kind of find other things first. I don't know. All right, let's place down that rift station. I still need a lot more ironium, so we'll just wait for that. But we can go outside and just start killing and clearing this area a bit more. Because I like to main a machine gun with a shotgun in the other hand, and that way when they get close to you, you can shoot both at the same time.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Alright, good. Yeah, we're full up on carbonium. Let's just put down some more floor. We're about 200 away in terms of ironium. Again, just go with more of this. There's lights also that you can put on the factory. I don't really tend to use those. I feel like you don't really need them too much. But maybe I'll try and make a go of it. Alrighty. Even more? No, we'll wait now. Oh, power just died. Whoops. That's my bad. Why is that? Just not enough, I guess. Okay, my bad. You might think, why ever go with solar? So solar provides 20, and wind provides 12. So you get more from solar, but obviously it dies during the night. But there are also events which can cause like solar flares, which make them go like way better. And the same can happen with high wind speeds. So you can end up getting like loads more at certain intervals. And then if you have storage, obviously you just store it up for later. Alright, we're almost at 1,000 for ironium. Then we can build the rift station, and then we'll probably have to call it there for our first little foray into Galatea 37. But it's such a shame that I can't go even longer because, well, I can, but until we get a few other things set up, we can't go to any other places on the planet. There's like, I'm sure I showed it at the very beginning, but you know, there's volcanic biomes, ice biomes, acidic, radioactive, all these different things. They have their different creatures. There's like rock monsters, boss battles. And now, obviously, with the update and the DLC, there's like the underground and things like that as well. So we're just getting started. This is nothing. I'm a little worried, though, because I am playing it hard, like I said, and there was a couple times in my normal run where I almost died. Oops. By the way, the color of the enemy, when I'm shooting it, indicates their health. So it went from, like, kind of green all the way down to red when you were shooting them. It's just a nice way to represent their health. You can actually turn that off if you want to, but I think it's quite helpful. All right. Let's get back in. Incoming attack. Oh, we'll end it after that attack then. But let's build this station. Where's it coming from? It's coming from the northwest. Northwest. Alright, construction of the Rift Station's foundation is in progress. Congratulations. This milestone marks the beginning of the next chapter of our mission on this planet. 2 minutes 56 to go. That's the temporary portal that you leave behind if you don't end up... if you want to go back through where you came. But if you jump again, then it'll go away. Let me just... I don't necessarily need a door, but I like to do these type of doors where you get like a double door entrance kind of thing. Alright. Let's just put down 1 or 2 more AI cores, and that will leave us a little bit more towers if you want to put them down, although I'm basically out of ironium now. I'm confident. I'm confident. Alright, there's my extra guns. Ashley's just like having a chat in the background. You know, they're having a great time, and I'm here panicking because in 30 seconds we're going to be approached. I'll save up my ammo. I was going to run outside and mess around a bit, but... Oh yeah, cool. I just wasn't sure if you could destroy those with them. We have our radar tower active, so we should see them from further out this time approaching. Now, I'm just wondering, is there any possibility they're going to come from up here? I don't think so. Guys, this is not the time for talking. Alright, attack incoming. 39 seconds. The rift station is done in a minute as well. And that has like little ports for fluids and stuff to go into it. It's not used for a very long time though. I think you can remove it and build it again later. Because I'll probably do that. I feel like we'll need a lot more space around it in the future. Oh no. I just realized power is dying. Oh crap. By 211? Jeez. Oh, they're here already. God damn. Alright, I'm firing. Let's kite them from the walls just for a minute until the power gets a bit better.
There is a breach in our walls.
Ah, don't be worrying about breaches. I think we did it. I think we did it. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, I should have suffered a lot more because I let power die literally as the attack was coming in. But I think I got really lucky because it seems to be putting things offline on the bottom rather than up here for whatever reason. So I think I got lucky with that. I can just rebuild this wall. Should be totally fine. Alright, let's just turn on the voice options again for a sec. So, audio. Let's have a listen to what she's saying.
The hyperparticle condenser requires palladium, and the quantum gate stabilizer, which requires titanium. We haven't found any traces of these elements near our base.
Yeah.
These resources might not be present anywhere near our location. We should construct an orbital scanner to start scouting for interesting locations around the entire planet. It will allow us to establish precise coordinates for long-range rift jumps around the planet.
Yeah, so we haven't got one yet, but now we've got global objectives. So construct the fusion field accelerator, construct the hyperparticle condenser, and the quantum gate stabilizer. And you're going to need titanium, palladium, and uranium, and you'll find these in different things. So radioactive biomes will have uranium. Titanium, I think, is in the volcanic areas, and then something else, you know, for palladium or whatever. So you'll end up having to go to all these different places to get the things you need that will feed all back into this thing.
We have to download the orbital
But I
scanner
screwed up
technology
majorly here because my power died again. I never really had power issues when I was playing before, but I'm obviously just not managing it correctly, so my bad. We'll fix that next time. It'll be okay. Once it gets daytime, power will just come back online. We'll store it. But then what I'll be doing is getting generators to generate power from geothermal vents and a few other things, so I'll make sure it's really easy to not go over power, because all it costs you is carbonium. Like, there's no limit. It's just spam it. Just spam the crap out of it. You know, super inefficiently like that, and it should be all good. But what I'm going to do is, in the next episode, we're going to expand the base out this way, and then use that extra space to build a kind of more dedicated energy area, and then we can wall the energy area inside of ourselves, just in case we ever get breached into again. That way there's a second line of defenses for power, you know. Alright, so that's going to have to be it. This carbonium's already offline, by the way, which is interesting. Which is why power died there. Yeah, the connectors aren't really forming correctly.
Wind is picking up again. Power generation is back to normal.
Oh, so wind was dying down during the night, so there's another issue. That's probably compounded with everything, I guess. Alright, so that's going to have to be it, guys. Let's just go out and fight one less enemy. Why not?
While it is operational, we can craft some new weapons.
That's a good idea.
I'm actually out of ammo,
Attacks are
thinking
getting
about it.
faster and stronger. We need better guns.
Yes, we do. So, better guns. Let's show you a little bit of the crafting before we head off. So, we've got this menu here. Blaster, there it is. Shotgun's just auto default unlocked. So, we'll just craft that.
Crafting completed.
Go to inventory, left weapon. So, we have shotgun. There we go. 505 DPS. Bunch of stats about it. We've got 3 mod slots, but it's gray tier, so it doesn't have any mod slots right now. But now,
Some new equipment. Don't forget to change my loadout and weapon configuration.
there we go. Yeah, so now we've got a shotgun and machine gun at the same time, so we'll be a lot more effective just in combat ourselves. Let's just have a little go of it, and then we'll have to wrap it up. It's really cool. The beetles actually eat corpses. I mean, that's such a cool detail. Alright, we got mudslingers. And then eventually you can learn about these guys and see like, okay. Hang on, he's gonna come back in a sec. You can learn about like what are they weak to, you know? Fire, acid, whatever it might be. Alright, that's GG. So that's gonna be it for this first episode, but remember, more of the series will be determined based on whether or not you want to see more. But I really, genuinely really like this game. I was, you know, low-key, as the kids say, pretty happy when they offered me a sponsorship to do it, because I was like, absolutely. Told them about my review. I was like, yep, I've been very positive with the game before. I'd no doubt would love to play it again.
Storage is full.
And if we
Should
go a little
construct
further,
more
then we can
storage
do the
buildings.
underground DLC stuff as well, which would be cool. And some of that underground stuff is actually in the free patch as well. Not everything's DLC. Alright, so we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.